It is another time to have an engagement with you. I want to welcome you, my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, fellow Ugandans. This time round, we are going to talk about politics. Of course, it is 2025. It is the year where we are going to see our young generation trying to run left, right, to ensure that they give support to different political parties and candidates.
Motocross. Rwenzura niko bantu bali muno kwiza atenga zwirado mu ofisi ya PLU esaidedi ekabala kano lwecho akaire twakubanga tuku emabe gwa byoma muntu wange ndiyo honorable Mantyado Mukambo kuboneka ati nkutwala omukitunde kisokere cyarimo kuboneka Abubakar iranga yena biremesha nasoro kuboneka ntala amwe na ishe amwe na Jovan aka atengone ali anon
mubera very good referee is and the team by the way. The commentators, Lucky, the sports doctor #1 in Africa.
Done.
Honorable Waman Richard Mukambi.
Thank you so much for the work done.
For the commentation.
Yes.
The staff and management of Kirian.
Okay.
Very smart.
Okay, once again, I would like to take this opportunity to honor the presence of Honorable Member of Parliament, Michael Mawanda is amidst us. Thank you so much for honoring this occasion, for coming right away, along away from Kampala.
Mwanirize Mululu.
Naye buli muntu amanye wa wali nokola ki okubeera.
But before we bump into active politics, this is the first step. You need to rise up and go take up your details with the National Electoral Commission of Uganda. I mean, you must be a registered voter to be sure that indeed come 2026, you will choose that leader you feel will be your right choice. Then what are you supposed to do? The Electoral Commission of Uganda, starting this Monday, that is on 20th January 2025, is trying to re-update its register, is trying to validate who are those eligible Ugandans who will take part in the next general elections. Carry your national identity cards. Walk at the doorsteps, I mean at your residence, that is at the local council 1 level. Go re-update your details. Go try to check and balance whatever details of yours which is not matching up, then make sure that you give in the right data so that by the time we head to the polling station, you are a qualified voter. For this, ministers and top government officials, even politicians, have stood up to raise up their voice and urge Ugandans to go and take part in this voter register update.
za electoral commission zitandikire bagende bekebeze abatakehandikaga bagende bahandike nuko birobora hika kutera akaruru bagende batera akaruru habokuba abasigazi bayingi mu Ihanga bayine participating in electoral process bakora ngo bakuba abembezi bakwetaga nokora ngo program za government bazurondora nuko ebitu kenguzi bireme kubaho so abasigazi bono mu Ihanga bo na bunyoro kwenda kubaterera mugende mukebeze nkala
supporting NRM kubanga NRM butufu je tuje walanyo ate NRM eyine birungi bingi byakoledde abavuka okugezanga livelihood programs tuina programs nyingi je za government zikwenda kuba youth tubawadde sente nga NRM okwekulakula.
Chairman of NRM January 7 to update our registers to go and check whether our names are there Go, ensure that you are registered. I call upon the youth that this is our time. This is the time of the youth. Ensure that you are registered. You are able to vote when voting time comes. So go and check in the registrar and ensure, in the register, and ensure that you are registered. And when time comes, vote for NRM, vote for PRU.
Betaba bulungi nnyo mu butereevu mu exercise ey'okuzza enkalala ez'abalonzi. Tebafiibwako facilitation temala bulungi.
Sifunye wadde n'ekikumi. Naye ng'ate oli bwe natambuzanga bwe bansindikidde ye yafuna akasente ke. Nze ne nviiramu naye ngamba kale tewali buzibu. Ekibiina
ngeriemu obwendala kibadde kitukuba era tugenze omulundi ogwasooka kati ng'ebyasooka okuwandiikibwa nti bambi abantu bano balina ennyiika eyo. Omanye ekigambo kye bayita akasente kikulu nnyo. Oli bw'abeera alina kufuna siringisi 1000 kyetaaga n'alufuna naye bw'awulira nti gundi alufunye ye talufunye kimuluma. Tubadde n'obuzibu ffe nga banna NRM olwaki tubadde nga tetusinkana kwogera ku bizibu byaffe.
Enjawukana twatandika obutekkiririzaamu nga NRM. Twalina amaanyi nga tusobolera ddala okulya akalulu singa twayimirira mu bwesimbu ne tumanya nti pate yaffe y'amaanyi.
Atukosa nnyo olw'ensonga nti abantu mu ensi yagenda n'ekyuka abantu ne batunuuliramuuko ebintu byenfuna. Kati bano ababaka ba NUP bajjanga nga balimba abantu nti oba oli awo abantu bandibadde nga eriyo omukulembeze ajja obagabira obugabizi ssente. Ekitali kituufu nga te NRM etunuulidde service delivery. Kati omulimu
nebaza minisita ky'ofa togabye ku lwa NRM. Kati zino enkiiko zatandise otukubamu ez'abakulembeze kati tuli mu kusala ntoto kulaba ekizibu kiri ekyatuwanguza ku luli kyali ki era bye twakatuukako abantu ffenna tukkiriziganyiza nga nkuyege ffe twetereeze tuwagire ekintu kyaffe tunoonye obuwagizi nga tuli bumu mu buli ngeri NRM abantu baffe tukyabalina wabula luli enkwatagana ye yabulamu.
This week, the Minister for Lands and Housing, that is Judith Nabakoba, has also recalled that indeed, as she tries to run again in Mityana, she will start with the first step of urging voters to go and update their details with the Independent Electoral Commission of Uganda.
I want to thank the Lord that His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, considered me and appointed me as an ex-officio minister to work in the government. So that one I cannot take it for granted because we are many, but by identifying me and putting me in this very critical moment, I'm grateful to God, but also thankful to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and colleagues for their support. But going forward, I intend to stand again as a district woman MP for Mityana district. And this has been good to me that I have been serving while not an MP. I served in the first term and I delivered on what I could in that capacity. But right now, people are seeing, that's what I can say, they are seeing what, they are seeing those whom they voted for are doing. They are seeing and they are comparing. And I'm thankful to NRM that nurtured me, that I can try to perform and have results on ground. That's what I can say. And they have been reaching out to me, honestly speaking. Even if you go there, they have been reaching out to me. Madam, come back. We are regretting. We don't know what happened. Eh? You know, they keep on comparing every other day, even when you are not there. I was like, I wasn't tired, but things came that way. Now that you are promising to move with me, let me come back and we re-strategize to see how we can reclaim our district for the services, because I told them I had come to deliver services from government. And I can assure you, government has services. And you have seen the services being delivered. That's when you see areas, shining. Areas shining, because when you are in government, you lobby. You are part of the system that intends to serve the public. You are not opposing, because if you oppose, you don't want even to see progress of any service being done, because you want to make government appear bad before the communities. But remember, the communities are yearning for services. There is a shortage. There is an outcry. But the person who is supposed, who is voted for to do that, they are simply undermining and looking at government in that way of opposing it. So, Mityana people, I just say, here I am, and I'm already on ground. Let's work together to regain our glory and also to have our services which are desired to the fullest.
Has Mityana missed your presence as a member of parliament?
Of course. Of course, because there are certain things I can't do. I'm a minister, but there are things you may not deliver. I'm a minister, but there are things you may not deliver because you are not a member of parliament. So I don't want people to be like that a minister can deliver everything, even if they are not MPs. No. You need the mandate of the people so that you face His Excellency and he will know Nabakoba now is speaking for Mityana. Yes, I speak for you, but I need your mandate. And that's when Muzee will say, yes, what she's saying is the right thing, because they gave her the mandate to speak. Yes, I can speak because I love you and I love my district, but where is the mandate? It's the mandate I want. Otherwise, even other bosses wouldn't be standing, but you are seeing everybody standing to have the mandate of the voters and the people they want to represent. That's when we can lobby fully all our services to be on ground. Of course, I've been lobbying a few here and there and delivering, but now to double or triple what has been coming in, I need your mandate by supporting me, looking for the vote, but also voting, because you have to look for the vote, mobilize people, vote, keep the vote not to be stolen, and your candidate be declared as a winner. That is the game. Calling upon all members, all people above the age of 18 and above, all people of years 18 and above in Mityana district, Buganda and Uganda at large. Let us be vigilant this time. Let us take keen interest in following through the processes of voters' update, voters' registration. These are not many days. Let us try to give it the attention it deserves to make sure that the right people are in these registers. If there are wrong people in the registers, let us remove them. And we stand to be challenged. Let us remove them so that at the end of that day we support Electoral Commission to have what is called a credible register for the locals within that particular community.
For Minister like Kabuye Chofatogabye, Minister State for Kampala Metropolitan Affairs, who is eyeing the position of Nakaseke Central, is also saying, as we head to the general elections, the voters of Nakaseke must stand up and go do the correction into their details with the Electoral Commission so that come 2026, they can vote for him.
Naddala mu ligesa yaffe ey'ekibiina ng'emanyi okuyingiramu abanafu oba abantu bafe abatali balungi naye nga balina ekigamba nti katulonde omunafu tuwangule ono mu kibiina bwe tumala omuwangulira mu kibiina abatakyasobola kujja eno kakati mbagamba tetukyalina budde bwa munafu era mbadde mbiwulira twagire ono kuba kyofa w'amaanyi bwe tumuwangule wali owa opposition ayitawo mbabutegeeza ekigambo kimu buno obudde obw'okugezaako bwakomye kati tunoonya w'amaanyi oba kyofa w'amaanyi mumutegedde so NRM y'amaanyi tulina kulonda w'amaanyi naye tulina gironda tutya nga tuzeeyo mu ligesa yaffe tulongoose tuggyemu obumulumulu bwonna kati bwe budde bw'okulonda mbu tulonde omunafu agende tumukube obwo obudde tebuliiwo nze siri munafu era amunafu tayetantala nakuddya kuba oba omanyi oli munafu sigereyo mu bunafu ate omunafu tosobola kumukompeyalinga na w'amaanyi so NRM y'amaanyi tulina okubeera ab'amaanyi nze agikwatidde omumulindi w'amaanyi ne President Museveni w'amaanyi. The issue is to rejuvenate ourselves. It is kind of for us in a Catholic faith we have what we call renewal. So it is a matter of it's a kind of renewal among ourselves, among our leaders, to awaken them, to remind them of their noble duties and cardinal roles towards our party. You know, these are the first steps or the first level of our party. These are the branch leaders. But in most cases, branch leaders are ignored and they are rarely invited in such issues. They are somehow, they claim that they just remember them when it is too late. Now I'm saying no. Let's forget about the too lateness. The lateness will always come in. Now we are saying, please, the day is now. It's the beginning of the year. We have a full year to plan towards before election. Now, that's why I came in to awaken our branch leaders, telling them their roles and what should be done. And also to remind them to forget about the small issues, the challenges, the hula barrels and the hiccups they faced, especially in the last election. To forget about those differences, amend them, and then we move forward as NRM diehards or as supporters of our mighty party NRM. And also to remind them that NRM is still strong, despite of the small humps we found on our journey towards peace and towards prosperity. Now this is the right time to come together. We remove the humps, we correct the wrongs, and then we reclaim our victory. We reclaim our constituencies here, south, and the whole of Luweero. So it is a move trying to plot on how to reclaim our constituencies which we lost in 2021. I also came to call upon them that on 20th Monday, EC, the Electoral Commission, is starting to update our register. Again, it's our duty to ensure that everyone is on a register. But at the same time, next month, again our book, the so-called yellow book, which actually the party's NRM register, which we call the yellow book, is also coming back. We need to update it for two reasons. Last time, what we faced here was we got wrong elements in the book, and they all went and voted. After voting, they had their slogan of voting a week so that they can defeat the weak. Now I'm telling them not to repeat the same mistake. There is no room to vote for the weak. Now we are voting for the strong. It is either the strong to win or the strong must win. So we no longer have those excuses that now NRM register was infiltrated by the weak, by those who are not our people, and then they voted the weak, then they caused a meme on the party, and the opposition won us. Now I'm saying that was those days, those are bygones. Today it is the strong and should be the strong, and we must now look for the strong. So it is now the strong standing high, not the weak. And it's no longer time for trial. I didn't come here to try. It is now either we must win or they must lose. That is now the principle. NRM must follow.
We have seen Minister Lilian Abe, who also comes from Kitugumu, trying to invite the communities where she raises from to go and do this due diligence to ensure that they do, if it needs correcting, what they gave the Electoral Commission in 2021, they must start with tomorrow, that is Monday 20th, 2025, so that they can be regarded or considered by the Electoral Commission of Uganda as genuine voters.
Omulimu ogwange mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala kumpuliriza banne honorable abeewo.
Earlier on in the month, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, also the chairperson of the NRM, made this wide call over the 30 million voters we have as a country to go and embrace the voter update and register exercise. This call has also been extended beyond the NRM members. In the week, we have seen the National Unity Platform Party, led by its president, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, also rallying the young generation, the youth, the olds, to go and take part in this exercise. Because without you correcting your details at this level, then Kyagulanyi will not be voted in the coming elections.
Adui nani? Adui nani? Adui nani? Umulabe yani? Umulabe yani? Tusonge mbele. Tusonge mbele. People power. Our power. We are presented with yet another opportunity to end the 40-year-old slavery that we are grappling with. Throughout the history of Uganda, the people of Uganda have always been presented with an opportunity to define their destiny, an opportunity to build a country that makes sense to them and their posterity. It has happened in different turns of our history. You all remember that in 1962, we were presented with an opportunity to build a new country, like all other countries. Unfortunately, many of those countries took an opportunity that we did not. In 1962, our mothers, when they were young, our grandfathers and grandmothers celebrated, they jubilated because finally the rule of foreigners, of aliens, of whites was coming to an end, and their own children were taking charge of their destiny. Uganda was being handed over to Ugandans by the British. There were celebrations, there was dancing, there was party everywhere, because they believed that a new dawn had descended on Uganda. Unfortunately, just only after 4 years, chaos ensued in 1966. We disintegrated again, we backslid again, and crime came back, death came back. It went on until 1971, when once again, when Amin took over, there were celebrations everywhere. My old man used to tell me that that was one of the happiest days after Amin took over. There was happiness, there was new hope. Everybody thought that yes, it was a chance to start again. Just like we missed the opportunity in 1962, very few years after Amin took over, the crying and wailing returned. The suffering, the torture, the killing returned. Another missed opportunity. It went on for 8 years until 1971, when Ugandans came together in Tanzania, Moshi, and had the Moshi Conference. They united and formed the Uganda National Liberation Front. And together, they defeated Idi Amin in 1979. So in 1979, when Amin fell, there was celebration everywhere. There was belief that yes, now, this is a turning point. It was an opportunity to start again, to build Uganda again, to smile again, to dream again. It did not take even 2 years. We descended into mess again. Disagreements, violence, chaos, another missed opportunity. In 1981, Obote took over and we dared to hope again. We said maybe now this time things are going to be different. I mean, Dr. Obote is a doctor and he's experienced. He's been there before. He led the nation to independence. So now that we have him again, maybe it's going to be better. So Ugandans dreamed again. Unfortunately, following the chaos of the 1980 elections, General Museveni and his friends went to the bush. They started killing. They started maiming people. They started plundering. Pain and tears came again. But because Museveni had promised our people that he was fighting for fundamental change, he was fighting to return the rule of law, to stop election rigging, and yes, he justified that fight, claiming that the 1980 election was rigged. Our fathers and mothers and elders followed him. They trusted him. They believed him. They sacrificed everything they had. More than 500,000 people were killed. But our people were willing to sacrifice even more for a new Uganda that they had been dreaming of since 1962. And yes, in 1986, when Museveni took over, there were celebrations. Some of us were young, but we saw the celebration. We saw a new dream. Those that had run into the diaspora, into exile, came back again, hoping that this time, this was the deal. In any case, this is a struggle that all Ugandans had partaken into. There was new hope, especially when Museveni stood on the footsteps of Parliament and said that the problem with Uganda in particular and Africa in general are the leaders that overstay in power. Our parents believed that indeed here was a solution. It has been 40 years. 40 years of pain, 40 years of tribalism, 40 years of corruption, 40 years of killing, 40 years of genocide, especially in northern Uganda. Another missed opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I've taken time to go through this history to show you that there has always been an opportunity. Unfortunately, we've always missed that opportunity.
NUP is calling on you, our viewer, our supporter, that indeed rise up, go fill in the missing gaps. Of course, if you want to change this time round where you will be voting from, this is the time. This is the time. If you want to have another polling station, this is the day. Go correct, go give in the right information, go even have an opportunity to remove those who died, to remove those who are underaged, because as per the Constitution of Uganda and the Elections Act, it only requires a Ugandan who is above 18 years to cast the vote. So go help us, go help yourself, remove all these and make sure that the only people, the only voters whose details will be captured by the Electoral Commission, that the only eligible voters of Uganda. The election year will be here. and we'll return to you again with another matter of emphasis. But for now, let's interest ourselves in this exercise of clearing our national voters register.